Washington may claim it is arming the good guys in Syria and Iraq, but it does appear it's accidentally delivered a huge cache of weapons to terrorists instead. This video shows grenades and ammunition which is claimed to be part of a US airdrop meant for Kurds in Syria. The drop was carried out early this week near the embattled border city of Kobani. Airdrops like this are part of a US-led military campaign against the jihadists that have already cost America and its coalition partners almost $500 million. But this weaponry does appear to have ended up in the wrong hands, as we can see militants searching through the boxes. Islamists have intensified their shelling of the city, while Kurdish forces have taken huge losses. Paula Sleer is on the Turkish-Syrian border.
This Syrian-Kurdish commander was injured on the same day his son died. But he didn't have time to bury his boy, who fell next to him in battle, because he needed to get himself to hospital and fast. 2 bullets in his leg, and he was losing blood. And so he lied to the Turkish army that let him cross the border.
Of course, if they would known I was a fighter, they would have arrested me and not let me into Turkey.
As Kobani burns, injured Kurdish fighters are smuggling themselves across the border for treatment in Turkey. And then it's the same arduous journey back to join their brothers in arms.
If the Turkish army looked at my injuries closely, they'd have known I'm a fighter. But of course I said I was a civilian.
Bave was hit in his back 5 days ago. He meets us hours after coming out of hospital. By tonight, he hopes to be back in Kobani.
We crossed through the back paths illegally. God created us to die, so we are not afraid to die.
It's a headache for Ankara. On its doorstep is ISIS. And now in its backyard are Syrian Kurds, who President Erdogan says are just as bad. They in turn blame him for aiding the jihadists.
I saw myself how the Turkish army was helping ISIS. People in the Arab villages told us how they helped 1,500 fighters cross the border into Syria.
But now, in an about turn, Ankara says it will allow Kurds to cross its border into Kobani, but only Iraqi Kurds. It's not clear if this is good for these Syrian Kurds, who will still have to disguise themselves, or even for the Peshmerga, which needs to travel 300 kilometers to get here. This is the closest we can get to Kobani. The Turkish tanks are in position, as they have been for the better part of 2 weeks, just in case Kobani gets a little closer to them. Paula Sleer, RT, on the Turkey-Syria border.